Welcome back to Creepy Tale 2, where, much like my recollection of the first game, loading the game is fucked up and weird, and of course, the way they introduce the the first stage here is to show us a spooky picture of some sort of wooden robot, which I think we saw from the previous from the section we were working on, that was probably where we were going, but boy is that an unsettling picture right there. So here we go. Whether we like it or not. Oh, is it setting us all the way back? Oh, that sucks. Well, at least we know the quick way to do it now. What was the, hold on, it's one of these buttons, isn't it? Wait, no. What? Did I forget when we got the fruit? Sorry, I've forgotten the controls, because they are kind of terrible. Anyway, can I at least... Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know how to do this. Don't I? Why can I not combine these? There we go.
Strange.
Yeah, I get it.
It's strange to see such a fragile little tree in the middle of this gloomy...
I don't remember that line being there before. Alright. What was the button to... There we go. We gotta place it first. Alright, you're gonna make everything difficult. It's a good thing I rewatched the previous episode before doing this. Otherwise, this logic is so insane that there's no way I would ever figure it out. Come on. Ugh, what a horrible noise. What do you mean, no? I have to be here? Is that where you want me? Alright, cool. Alright, let's go back and get the other fruit. Take your time, though. Take your time. Threaten the tree with a knife.
But I need your fruit.
I mean, seriously, what was your plan? You were gonna chop down the tree with the knife? Alright. I don't understand why it wants me to peel the fruit. It's just an extra step to make me do another interaction. Why does this not work out of... I gotta be far enough away? What the hell?
Strange.
I cannot properly articulate how clunky... Why does the button not work? God, I have to be here, otherwise it doesn't work. Just truly terrible. Oh, whoops. It's the wrong one. It's the other way around. This is the selector, and that's the retriever. I do actually have to open this first, otherwise it just returns. That's bizarre. Especially since it auto-closes. Like, why even have that extra step? I mean, I'm trying to apply logic to this game of all games. Why would I do that? Alright, so, this is where we were last time, I believe. Yeah, I know, dude. Let me guess, I gotta get real close? Yeah. I know. There we go. Alright.
There's a diary.
There's no way I would have seen that if there wasn't a prompt for it. It looks like everything else in the room. Oh god, there's so much text. March 17th, 1837. I'm not the type to keep a diary, but I just had to write down the events that have happened to me recently. Last night in the Drunk Dragon Inn, I was fortunate to converse with a very strange character dressed in layers of robes and a hooded cloak on top. I hate the font here. The R's especially are really awful. The stranger sat down at my table out of the blue, helped himself to the jug of ale, and started talking. I never saw his face, just two bright blue eyes gleaming out of the depths of his hood. He told me that at Lake Ulhulutc, UHLUTC. I can't even, my brain can't even parse how you're supposed to pronounce that. You can collect living water that can imbue inanimate objects with consciousness and the ability to move. All I had to do was carve some rough wooden figures that would be transformed into my loyal servants. In exchange, he asked me to give him one of the idols as payment for his sage advice. His tale kept me awake all night, and when dawn broke, I set out for the lake. The lake looked utterly ordinary, and after scolding myself for being so gullible, I decided to turn back for home. That's when I saw a strange glimmer on the water. I returned home with several bottles full of living water, and I set to work immediately. I worked for several days straight, not stopping even to sleep, and at the end of it, my first idol was ready. I splashed a little water on its face, and I was shocked to see my wooden child's crude, inanimate features suddenly fill with life. Its eyes sparkled with awareness, and the first words it spoke were, "Hello, Father, I am ready to serve." Oh, Lord. It could speak, but it did not move. Oh, God, there's so many pages. Please tell me there's not, like, 10 pages of this. I thought I must have made a mistake somewhere along the way, so I made a second idol, but the result was the same. I began experimenting with the shape of the figure, with the type of wood I used, but all my efforts were in vain. My idols could speak, but they still could not move. July 12th, 1837. My work had hit a dead end, and I was in the depths of despair when there came a knock at my door. It was that very same stranger standing in my doorway. He was very apologetic, but he told me the living water from the river had lost its former potency and could now only grant the gift of thought. To achieve the next step, I would have to go to the cursed lake of Sacral Ton, and take dead water from it, which would make my idols move. After packing everything I would need for my perilous journey, I set out for the lake. The lake greeted me with a sinister wall of fog, and the closer I got, the deeper the darkness grew around me. The only sounds I could make out were chilling whispers in a language unknown to me. And then my foot stepped straight into the lake's shallows. Enveloped in a black haze, unable to see, I filled my first flask. But as soon as I reached to fill a second, the whispering intensified. I got the feeling that something huge, something unfathomable, had turned its gaze on me. I began to feel my control over my limbs, my own free will, slipping away. I don't know what saved me that day, but I focused my mind and bolted back the way I had come, running until I could see the familiar lands of home on the horizon. The dead water I collected on that perilous expedition gave the idols the power of movement. They served me faithfully and helped me in my work. October 31st, 1837. We were in the forest when it started raining heavily. It seemed to wash all the dead water off the idols, and they froze in whatever pose they were in. Luckily, I still have dead and living water to create new helpers. Next time, I will have to be extremely careful and take precautions to avoid a repeat of this, for I never want to return to that cursed lake. Okay, then. Okay. I guess we're just doing an I Spy puzzle now. Just grabbing stuff. Okay. Could barely see that animation. I feel like that was just to show off, but I could barely see it out of all this really aggressive vignetting.
There's a heavy lock on the door.
Okay. I'm guessing I need to deal with this. However, wait. Oh, no. Oh. I did notice when I started the game this time. I don't think I noticed it before. When you start the game, it says use headphones and a controller. I hate this. So to turn the pages, you press A to turn to the next page and D to turn to the previous page, which is the reverse of how it should be. I mean, it's the same as, okay, if any of you are the psychos who like the backwards scrolling that was implemented in like Mac and Windows about 5 years ago, too bad. You're crazy. The reverse scrolling, the so-called correct scrolling, the new scrolling is wrong. I'll let the people who do inverted joysticks on their controllers. They have seniority, so they can live. They can live. I'm not gonna kill them. I disagree with them, but they're fine. But the people who do like direct scrolling, yeah.
A sinister idol frozen in an unnatural.
Okay. I did not see any symbols to indicate what the thing to do is here.
Shovel with
Oh, I guess I have the shovel. Wait, what did that say?
shovel with traces of dried blood from the cabinet maker's house.
What? Okay, at first I didn't know this was a cabinet maker. Also, I guess the blood is because we have this, like, grave thing over here that I saw before. Ugh. Alright, you know what? We'll deal with this in the next episode. I'll see you guys then.